This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/Psychetruth.
Hello everyone, my name is Coach Miina and welcome to my stretching class. Today I will lead you through a daily routine for the lower body. The target of this stretching routine is to increase flexibility, and we will focus on dynamic stretches. Today you don't need any other equipment for this class except a comfortable clothing and a yoga mat. Alright, so let's start out with a little warm-up. Come into a lunge position with one leg in front and one in the back. They're on their own lanes and your knees and toes are pointing directly forward. Come down into 90 degrees, and from here you're just going to do little pulses. We got 10. Make sure you keep your hips also square to the front. And come up and switch the leg. So first, find your 90 degree in both knees. Make sure your knees are aligned and then start pulsing. You got 10 pulses. It's okay to feel a little bit of a burn in your quad. All right, then we're gonna move over to sumo pulses. Come into a wide stance, toes pointing out, and your knees are gonna be aligned with the toes again, so press your knees out, come down, and from here you're gonna do 10 little pulses. This will warm up our hips and adductors. All right, still staying down. Now we're gonna just go roll down and up. So you really wanna arch your back and then round your back when you come up. Whoa. Arch your back and round. And one more. Then lean into your knees and twist to the side. This is a nice twist for your lower back. Make sure to keep your back in neutral position, so you're basically pressing your hips back a little bit as you're doing this. All right, then bring your legs together. They might be burning a little bit, that's okay. And last but not least, we're going to do a forward fold. So first, have your knees bent, rest on your knees, and then try to extend your legs. Relax your neck and really just fold forward. All right, then we're done with the warm-up. I'm warm. All right, now we're gonna move over to the dynamic stretches. Starting in a kneeling lunge. So come into a low lunge with the back knee on the floor, and your knees are still stacked over your ankle, and they're facing the same way as your toes. Start by pressing your hips down, and then as you come up, you also lean forward for a nice hamstring stretch. Press forward and down, and come up and flex your foot. We got a couple more here. If you want, you can add your arm overhead and lean away from the hip flexor that it's getting stretched. You got one last time here. And pause here in the low position. So from here, you're going to extend your ankle and flex. So extend and flex. for a couple more. And then you'll place the hands inside of your knee. And from here, let's make a little movement forward and back. So you're trying to stretch hip flexor. So make sure you're pressing your hips down and then move on your tiptoes forward and back. Release your back leg on the floor, and from here you can bend the leg and reach back. If you can crab it, pull your foot towards your glutes for a nice quad stretch. And because we are doing dynamic stretches, let's keep it moving, so you're making a little bit more intense stretch and then releasing. A couple more. And release down and switch the leg. So starting from the kneeling lunge, here, take your time and press your hips down. You can move your toes out a little bit so that your shin is vertical. And then press down and back and flex your foot. Again, hip flexor, and then hamstrings and calves. Couple more here. If you want, you can add the arm overhead and tilt away from the hip flexor. And last one. And pause in the half splits. So from here, we're going to point the toes again and flex. And last one. Then come back into your lunge. Place the hands in the inside of your foot. Pick your back leg up and press the hips down. We're moving forward and back on the tiptoes. And release back down. Come up. You can lean on that front knee and then bend the back leg. If it's available, pick it up and stretch your quads. And from here, again, stretch and release. Stretch, release. And last one. And why we're doing these dynamic stretches is because it's a more effective way to increase flexibility than if you're just doing static stretches. Okay, we're gonna move over to the adductors. Come into a wide stance with your toes pointing directly forward. From here, we're just gonna move from side to side, waking up those adductors with a little stretch. Be gentle. You can lean on your knees. And if you want, go even a little bit wider and bring your hands on the floor. Nice. Heel toe your legs back in a little bit, so it's not as wide. From here, we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. With this one especially, it's especially important to keep your toes pointing forward. So even maybe a little bit to the in, point your toes a little bit in rather than out. And then just fold forward and try to relax. If you want, you can even walk back with your hands and hold. Or grab your ankles and pull. But be gentle. And move to the left. And walk to the right. And then stay in the middle. And pull some more. And come back up. Then we're gonna move to a seated position. Legs out wide. Whatever feels comfortable for you. But try to sit on your sit bones with a nice posture. Upright. From here, just lean forward a little bit. Make sure you're not compromising your back, but actually leaning with the straight back just forward. Your knees are gonna be pointing up towards the ceiling. And you can, every inhale, come up, and then every exhale, go a little bit lower. Whenever you're stretching, you don't want to feel pain, but it can feel a little bit uncomfortable, and that's okay. One more. And then walk your way back up. From here, we're gonna lean to one side, place your hand to the inside of your leg, and then if you want, you can extend one arm overhead and try to bring your side towards your knee. And reach. Use your breath when you're stretching. Every time you inhale, you grow a little taller. Every time you exhale, you go a little deeper. All right, come back up. And then to the other side. So same thing here. Reach to the inside of the leg and then try to bring your shoulder towards your knee. And the other arm can come overhead. If you want, you can even grab your foot if that helps you stretch. One more. And come back up. All right. We got a couple things more for the adductors. So let's bring the heels close to our glutes. And from here, we're just going to press the knees down, actively press them down. Again, we're sitting tall on our sit bones and then lean forward. You can use your toes to pull yourself lower, but again, be gentle and try to go on a smooth try to go smoothly. If you want, you can use your elbows to press your knees down. Use your breath here as well. And unwind. So come into a seat with your legs in front. Sit tall on your sit bones and bend one knee over the other. So you want to really pull that knee towards your chest and still make sure you're sitting tall on both sit bones. And just breathe here. If you want, you can add a twist to this and just look back. Every inhale, you grow taller. Every exhale takes you further into the twist. And switch the legs. So again, sit tall, bend your leg, and hug it in. Find that stretch in your outer hip and your glutes. Really pull that knee in. If you want, add a twist. Keep your back neutral, sit tall, and twist. Unwind, and let's do a little figure 4 here. So one ankle over the other knee, and you're going to get that knee up. And from here, press your hips down to the mat, extend your lower back, and bring your chest up closer to the knee. You can go from side to side, find little differences in the angle, and switch heel over the knee and open your knee to the side. Press your hips down to the mat and sway from side to side. You should be feeling the stretch right in your hip, in your glutes area. All right. Then bend one knee and you want to lean back. So we're stretching the quads. You can either keep the other leg extended or bend it to the back, and really try to push that hip up and lean back so that you feel the stretch in your quads and in your hips flexor. From here, we're gonna place one hand behind your glutes and then press all the way up. Extend the hip and come back down. Extend and breathe in and exhale and come down. One more time. And come back down. Then switch to the other side. Bend your knee. Your heel is very close to your glutes, and bend down. Push your hips up towards the ceiling to intensify this stretch. If you want, you can bend the other leg as well. Hold it for a second, and then we're gonna come up. Place one hand behind our back, and then reach and extend. Inhale and exhale. One more. And come back down. All right. Then we just have our ankles left. What we're gonna do here is just sit on top of your ankles. If this feels uncomfortable, you can lean on your hands a little bit to take the pressure off your ankles. So from here, if it feels comfortable, you want to go back a little bit, bring some tension to your ankles by bringing the weight more towards your toes, and come back. And we've got 3 more. And 2. And last one. All right. Then the opposite way. You can move your ankles a little bit and flex your ankle. Toes are going to be underneath your glutes. Right here, if this feels uncomfortable, again, bring some weight to your hands. If it's okay, just lean back and forward. So you're going to bring a little bit more weight on your feet and then take it off. You got 3 more here. And 2. And last one. All right, come out of that position. Roll your ankles a little bit, move your feet, and roll up. All right, so that was your stretching routine for lower body. It's a good routine to do every day. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Many of our subscribers don't see our videos. Make sure that you click the notification bell. And if you haven't already, follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration.
Wellness Plus is available on Amazon, which you can stream from your home on your phone, tablet, or TV. Join Wellness Plus today and get your first 7 days free.